Loop Station contest. My name is Chris Hallen. I'm the Senior Director of Product Management at Roland Corporation. And we, of course, are here at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California. Also, I want to point out to our friends watching us over the internet, we're streaming live on GuitarTV.com. So if you want to turn around and wave to the cameras, you're all famous on the internet now. That's right, your 15 seconds of fame are now over. And those of you who are watching us on GuitarTV.com, we're assuming that you don't have a gig because you're sitting at home on the internet watching. Sorry, folks. We already lost the crowd. So, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. So tonight, 6 talented musicians from all around the country will perform their original compositions with the support of a wide range of instruments and, of course, a legendary Boss RC loop pedals. The grand prize winner tonight's going to win $3,000 in Boss gear and a chance to attend the Boss Loop Station contest, which will be held in Frankfurt, Germany, March 2012. The finalists you're here today were chosen by first uploading and submitting video entries to YouTube, and then they were selected to compete in today's finals by a panel of qualified judges. Contestants tonight will be judged on their creativity, musicianship, stage presence, and technical skill of looping and performance. Now, a quick commercial. 2 of the Boss pedals you're going to see tonight, the RC3 and RC30, will launch at the Winter NAMM show. These are powerfully equipped, yet conveniently housed in a compact pedal design. 3 hours of stereo recording time, 99 loops, great sounding rhythm guide, and USB all-in-one pedal. And then the grandfather of them all, the big daddy, the RC300, the big loop station, new flagship loop station. Again, great product, ultra-wide control panel for the ultimate in looping performance. So those are some of the new Boss pedals you're going to see. Now, the most important job tonight is you, our live studio audience. Your job is to yell, scream, hoop and holler, and yell for your favorites. Can you do that for me tonight? Okay. So before we introduce the contestants, I'm going to go through and introduce our wonderful, esteemed panel of judges for you tonight. And there they are, live and in person. Did you know there was actually going to be light on you? Okay. You did actually have to show up tonight, so that's good. So our first judge, Mr. Jude Gold over there, whether it's doing shows in India, that's right. Whether it's doing shows in India with guitar hero Greg Howe, touring with the States with the JGB, formerly the Jerry Garcia Band, performing with DJ Spooky and the Oakland Symphony, being a writer and editor for Guitar Player magazine, and performing on The Tonight Show with singer Christian Chenoweth, Jude Gold has always been game for adventure involving the guitar. He currently serves, of course, as the director here of guitar program studies at Musicians Institute, and be sure to check him out online. Go online and watch the new video of the disco classic Funky Town. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jude Gold is here tonight. So I'm going to skip over Michael for a second. Did you guys know you didn't sit in the right order? How many times did we tell you which where to sit? It's tough, I know. Tough crowd. So Bubby, we're going to do you next. Robert Bubby Lewis is here tonight. He began playing bass at the age of 14, and what started out, of course, as a fun pastime at his father's church in Flint, Michigan, soon turned out to be an amazing musical career. Robert has played and recorded bass for an A-list of artists, including Snoop Dogg and Lupe Fiasco. As a music producer, Robert lends his talents producing the bump music on the Funimation channel, the largest Japanese anime distribution company in the world. And of course, he uses Roland and Boss effects. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Bubby Lewis is here. Bubby. Now we go. Michael Lloyd. Michael, thanks so much for being here. Michael was the vice president of A&R for MGM Records by the age of 20, and for more than 45 years has been producing hit records and soundtracks, earning more than 100 gold and platinum records along the way. Some of the artists he's worked with include Barry Manilow, Lou Rawls, Sean Cassidy, Belinda Carlisle, The Monkees, The Osmonds, Stryper, Sammy Davis Jr., The Righteous Brothers, Debbie Boone, Pat Boone, Air Supply, and Frank Sinatra, just to name a few. And that was all in the first year, which is very cool. He was also the music supervisor for the film Dirty Dancing and produced the Dirty Dancing soundtrack album. He's also done the scoring, music supervision, songwriting, song placement, and or music producing for over 100 motion pictures, 22 movies, 13 TV specials, 13 television series. His chart record spans 6 decades from the 60s to the present. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Michael Lloyd is with us tonight. Michael. Michael, did you even know you'd done all that? It's amazing. Congratulations. It's my pleasure to remind you, no problem. Now, we're real excited to have Mr. Steve Lukather here with us tonight. Guitarist, singer, producer, and songwriter Steve Lukather possesses one of the most impressive resumes of any musician around, with decades as a highly sought-after session player for artists such as Michael Jackson, Cher, and many, many others. He's possibly appeared on more hits than any other guitarist in the history of mankind. It's true, it says right here. Steve also founded the Grammy-winning band Toto in the 1980s with his fellow virtuoso and high school buddies, and the band is still rocking today. Ladies and gentlemen, guitarist Steve Lukather is in the crowd. And last but not least, our very own Mr. Paul Youngblood is not only the Vice President of Boss and Roland Guitar Products, he has one fan in the audience, which is very good. He's also the Director of Boss Corporation Worldwide. He's a graduate of the Berklee College of Music, an accomplished guitarist, and has spent the last 26 years working at the Roland U.S. headquarters in Los Angeles, California. Please welcome the Simon Cowell of our judging panel, Mr. Paul Youngblood. Okay, that's our judging panel, our esteemed judging panel. You've blinded them enough. Al, we can turn off that light. Let's let the looping begin and bring up our first performer. Shall we do that tonight? Okay. Richie Kilin from Santa Monica, California. Richie, come on out to the stage. Here he comes. So while Richie gets started, this is his entire rig, which is most of the Roland Corporation's warehouse right here on stage for you. So Richie possesses an uncanny ability to captivate the audiences through his definitive looping act and supernatural live performances. As a youthful, soul-driven guitarist, keyboard player, and drummer, Richie combines his musical talents with the art of live looping to create a free-form delivery of converging styles. This 25-year-old's organic yet modern process impresses upon his listeners the true potential of one man and his loop station. Richie is originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and now currently resides, of course, in Santa Monica, California. Now, tonight, some of the products Richie will be using that, of course, are Roland and Boss related are the RD300, the Juno D, some V-drums, and then a multitude of pedals, 83, TU2, CS3, GE7, NS2, RV5, DD7, TR2, and RC50, just to name a few. So, Richie, are we ready to wow the crowd? Ladies and gentlemen, make him feel very welcome. Our first contestant, Mr. Richie Kilin. Richie, take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, make him feel welcome again, Mr. Richie Kilin. Take it away, Richie. It's all good.
the joy and pain, release it after you strain. Sometimes I think the only cure for being insecure is a little time alone with the brain. And what came first, the satisfaction or thirst? You ain't just the best, imagine having the worst. You need to feel the greater gravitational curse. It's the nature of the whole universe, babe. And it gives me a heartache. Ain't enough to make my soul break. My sympathy fades and back into a better taste. Oh, and it keeps me awake. Won't you give me some time to rest? Why do I want more for less? And some people tell me that I'm blessed. I feel the need to undress. Sometimes I wish there was music playing all the time to cover up my answer. Now I no longer feel the ground on my feet. I just say I'm fine. Should it be a dream to go out there into the world when I know that I can't? You know it can be so hard. It can be so hard, so damn hard to leave, man. Like they told us back in grade school, we can't be anything, I guess I'm anything. A self-trained man who must get paid just to hear his own self sing. The problem ain't with me, well it starts with us. Confused generation, chopped to dust. There's no us, there's no togetherness. So won't you give me some time to rest? Why do I want more for less? Some people tell me I'm blessed. I feel the need to undress.
Come on, Richie, come on over. Leap over your stuff. There's going to be about 50 guys on the stage getting rid of your gear here, so coming up to that microphone there, and we're going to have the judges grill you on your performance, okay? How you doing, okay?
Good.
Yeah, you had fun?
Had fun.
So it says you've played mostly solo throughout your career or with other musicians. You basically played as a solo musician all your life. Why is that?
Yeah, I guess.
Why did you do that? You don't get along with people, or what's the problem?
After I got better than my brother or something, I don't know. Maybe we just had to just, I don't know. Well, the band, you know, was us as kids. You know, I played with other people, but as I grew up and wanted to do this whole looping thing, it was just all me by myself, kind of in the basement, you know. So it developed very solo.
You did doing great. Now, how has that helped developing kind of your looper career? What has looping done for you? What have these pedals done for your career?
They have done a lot for my career. Let's see. I mean, they make it possible to jam with yourself, which is fun. Good for practice. Good for and
it's
the way.
Ma'am, it's a family show, please. Okay, we're over the internet, so okay.
Yeah, you know, you not just the practice, but the application of the pedals the way they are now. You can really do a lot with them live, and
cool.
You can see.
They're still taking all the gear off the stage. It's amazing. Now, where can we find out more about you or your music online? Where can anyone go to find out more about you?
You can go to RichieKilin.com. You can go to Richie Kilin on Facebook, Richie Kilin on YouTube, Twitter.
Just
all the
use
main
the
stuff.
www and type in your name, and there you are.
Yeah.
Don't mind these guys. They're just doing fine. So we're going to have the judges say a couple words now to you,
Sure.
Richie. So Mr. Paul Youngblood, we'll go ahead and start with you. Mr. Richie Kilin up here.
Thank you, Chris. Richie, overall, I thought it was very nice, very well done. I like the multi-instrument capability, you know, especially what I really liked was using the technology, the looper, to bring parts in and out. So I liked the, you know, stopping the bass, starting the bass, putting the brakes in, starting the brakes again. Otherwise, personally, I felt it would have been too monotonous, but I didn't feel that way. So good use of the looper, I thought. Good use of the multi-instrument capability. The only thing I thought you might want to exploit a little bit more was you sing, and you could have maybe done something with the vocal part.
Right.
Loop that, maybe put some harmonies in on top of each other. But overall, very nice. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Steve, please.
Great voice, man. Killing.
Thank you.
Really, gotta say. Especially under pressure. I mean, it's, you know, when the gear messes up, it really kind of throws off your whole vibe.
Yeah, a little bit.
Could have been time for a shard at that point, but you know, you didn't. You really pulled it together.
That was my way of getting 2 tries.
Well, no, man, because that'll throw you off. Actually, sometimes you psych yourself up for the one, and you really pulled through under the pressure, and you used all the stuff great, and you're really a good musician all the way around. All the instruments, really, really impressive.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Bubby.
What's going on, man? You all right?
How you doing? Yeah.
I loved it, man. That was killing, especially under the pressure, like my guy right here said. That's a very tough thing to do, and that was a great groove, man. Dope song, vocals, all of that was cool, man. I liked it.
Thank you.
Real sweet.
Thanks a lot, Bubby. Michael.
I think that with all of these advances in technology, the thing that can get lost is a song, and you're doing your best to incorporate both of those elements, the technology and the song.
It's tricky.
That's the trickiest part when you have a loop-based system.
Yep.
And I think that if there's anything that I would suggest for down the road, is it always starts with the song. And no matter if you're in a club or doing a record or whatever it is, the audience is going to respond to your song and then your performance of it, obviously. But the song is the key. So, you know, as this becomes more developed in terms of the technology, just think about that when you're doing this, because a hook, for instance, if there was something that you had in this song that was a hook that everybody could kind of sing to, let's say, and I know that's hard based on the loop concept, but if you think about it, listen to Thriller. It's the same chords, and the same bass part over and over and over. And yet he gets a hook in there. So it's just something to think about. It's probably more of a record thing, but, you know, just think about it as you get to it. But sounds great, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, Jude, last one.
That was awesome. First of all, props to you. I know you got some friends. They drove all the way over here from Santa Monica. That's quite a trek. Give it up for them. But really, as a director of the guitar program here, one of the things I tell guitar players most often is that they got to be more like you, meaning they got to be able to play multiple instruments. They got to be able to unite it all, whether it's in their recording studio, with looping, whatever that is, and make some music out of it. And then also just what they said too, like, man, you did all these great layers, and then when you kicked in with the vocals, like I wasn't expecting that. Like that kind of took it over the top and made it into a song. So I was very impressed. I think that you set the bar pretty high for the next 5 people.
Thank you, Jude. Great. Okay, did we make you feel nervous enough by having you stand up here the whole time, or it's all good?
Yes.
Yeah? You're going to go change your clothes now?
Yes.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Santa Monica, California, Mr. Richie Kilin, our first contestant. Great job. Great job, Richie. Okay, we have absolutely changed the entire stage. A big hand for our Roland and MI staff here striking the stage. Only took 30 minutes to do. I appreciate you guys moving it along. Okay, we're ready for our next performer. We're going to bring him up to the stage to get all set up from Boulder, Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chance Gallagher. Chance coming up to the stage. That's you. Here he is. You can keep applauding. He needs it. Come on. There you go. Okay, so he's gonna do a couple program changes here. Our judges are going to be tallying up their scores, and now we've officially blinded them with the light. They can't see anything at all. It's just, dude. It's just, it's rock and roll. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Let's figure it out. We'll figure it out. So Chance began his musical odyssey at the age of 15 in Aurora, Colorado. Early influences included Randy Rhoads, Angus Young, and the twin attack powerhouse of Dave Murray and Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden. In 2004, Chance placed second in Guitar Center's Guitarmageddon National Guitar Playing Competition. He played in front of thousands of people at the Eric Clapton Crossroads Blues Fest, and through the use of custom guitars, MIDI interfaces, synth units, and mostly importantly, Boss RC50 loop station, he creates loops. Chance's goal is to bring the vision, sounds, and emotion to the people in a visually pleasing and utterly unique performance. You might see by his attire that that's going to happen tonight. The main Roland and Boss product that Chance is going to be using is the RC50. Chance, are you ready to rock it? Let's rock it. Ladies and gentlemen, make him feel real welcome. Our second performer from Boulder, Colorado, Mr. Chance Gallagher. Chance. Chance Gallagher, everyone. Come on over when you're ready, Chance. How you doing?
Good, excellent.
Up to this mic right here.
Excellent.
So, should we completely just not talk about the glasses and the outfit at all and just go right onto the musical performance, or would you like to talk about it a little bit?
You know, when I lost my hair, I decided to come up with a look and the smooth shaved head with the spacesuit and the kind of music I play, the electronica. I kind of fused it into this look. There's alien patches and alien pins, and I sing about Saturn and space, and just into that kind of vibe. So that's where that
Very
look comes
cool.
from.
So hair restoration or this? You'd really made the right call.
Yeah,
Really
and
did.
you know, when I had hair, I loved Randy Rhoads. He was awesome. But when I lost my hair, you know, I loved Joe at the time, so it made perfect sense. So
Awesome.
Satriani, of course, yeah.
Awesome. So what do you do for fun in Boulder, Colorado? What does one do for fun?
Well, you know, a lot of meditation. I eat granola, and I work at health food stores. So, no, actually, what I do is I try to play music as much as possible. I literally try to play 11 hours a day, and that's my goal, just to try to play those hours, because I think dedication and hours and perseverance and, you know, dedication to your craft is what it's about.
Cool. And video games. You also, in addition to playing music, you do a lot of time in front of video games.
Well, yeah, when I'm not playing music, it's a good downtime, and I like first-person shooters, and it's just a good way to release energy and just have a good time.
Awesome. And we're going to go to the judges and have them make a couple comments to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
And
dude.
you want to stare right at him and look right at him, kind of scare him a little bit, especially this first guy, okay?
All right, man.
Mr. Paul Youngblood, go ahead.
All right, Chance. First of all, I have to say from a technological viewpoint, that is one of the most cutting-edge things I think I have ever seen.
Oh, wow. I don't know what to say, man. That means
yeah.
a lot coming from you, bud.
Yeah. And so that, from that viewpoint, it was very extreme almost. I'd also say from a sonic viewpoint, it was like, wow. You know, between, obviously you're playing, you know, guitar synthesizers and triggering other sounds between the harp and the violins and things like that.
Good ear on that. Good ear on that.
It's like very nice.
Thanks.
I also like the fact with the looper that you were again bringing parts in and out, so it wasn't quite so mechanical. You know, you were bringing the harp.
Linear, I guess. It wasn't quite so linear.
Yeah. So
exactly.
that was very nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. The only thing I kind of missed just a little bit is that you're playing a real guitar there. I think I don't know if you can play real guitar, but
my main axe is an Ibanez Gem, and I play a bunch of my own originals,
Okay.
which people say sound like Steve Vai or
okay.
something
So
like that.
you know, play some real guitar maybe in there, make it a little bit some organic parts in there as well.
I appreciate that.
So otherwise, very sonically and technologically creative.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
Steve.
that.
Wow, man, I just dig the whole vibe. It's fantastic. I mean, the commitment to that. But really, I was completely blown away by the use of, like, when you're using strings to trigger the different things. I was like, wow, okay, that threw me completely off. Very cool, very original. I also, the harmonic content was really cool, really, and especially like some of the more out chords and stuff like that. I wasn't expecting any of that. And the use of the sounds. And just everything was really just an original, and you look like you were having really a lot of fun. That was really cool.
I mean, even though I hit some wrong notes in there.
I could tell, but I could tell just by the way you use your fingers that you can really play. Okay,
I appreciate
you know what I mean.
that.
Really, I know where you're coming, but you just kind of went for it. The only critique I could possibly have is the time got away from you a couple of times. But
Yeah,
when
I
you're using
noticed
this loop stuff, I couldn't do that. Jeez, man, really impressive. Knocked out, man. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, Bubby.
First and foremost, your swag is all the way up, dog. That NASA outfit is banging. The goggles is on point, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Your nerd swag is all the way up. I love it. It's great.
When I'm in uniform,
nerd to
I'm ready to
nerd,
serve.
man. Nerd to nerd.
Appreciate that.
I loved it, man. If the notes were wrong, theoretically, they still worked. Even that time signature, I mean, it's music, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's expression.
I
You know?
appreciate that.
I loved every minute of it. Your moves was cool, all of that. It was dope.
Thanks, Bubby.
Thanks, man.
Michael.
Coming from a motion picture point of view, if you were ever hooked up with a composer and you played some of those sounds and the technique that you have on top of some orchestral stuff, some real orchestral stuff, It would be very cool. The interesting thing is for those that don't play flute, you played some interesting little flute-ish things.
Yeah, I try to, each instrument I play, I understand the concept.
And the way you're lifting your hand off of the fretboard for the violins, it's a very interesting approach. And,
Thank you.
I don't know if you're into any kind of instrumental music like this, but you take this a little step further, even outside of the loop environment, or make the loop longer. And you could, some of this stuff can work for indie films and be very cool and trademarky.
I agree.
It's very cool.
I've thought about that before and been told that on several occasions.
I'm glad I was able to reinforce that.
Yep, I really appreciate your...
Thank you, Michael.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. Jude, last one.
Hey, Chance, how's it going?
Thanks, man.
Well, first of all, I got to tell you, man, I'm totally feeling that haircut, bro. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I watch your videos, man. I do the galloping harmonics, too, but you're badass, dude. I love your haircut, too.
Thank you. That won't affect your score, but no, I do appreciate that. No, dude, it was just fantastic. I mean, the only criticism I'd have before I get to all the praise is that it's not a criticism, but simply that with the NASA outfit and the goggles, I was really expecting you to go deeper into space.
Agreed.
There was a little bit of more of a Chilean kind of vibe, which was wonderful, but it was kind of, I wasn't quite expecting that, given the time traveler, space traveler, astronaut of doom look. It's very cool. But most of all, I'm just thrilled to see a guitar player, showing what a guitar can do now in 2011, almost.
I appreciate hearing that.
You are representing the next wave of what guitars can do with help from Boss and Roland and other things. And you have a compact rig. Unlike the previous Richie, you don't need 5 techs, so that's pretty hip right there.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So keep doing what you're doing and represent.
Appreciate
Jude
it.
Gold, thank you very much. You did great. Ladies and gentlemen, from Boulder, Colorado, Chance Gallagher. Take off, Chance. Bubby, we are going to turn to you for fashion comments tonight, so if you could keep going on the fashion, we appreciate that very much, really do. Appreciate it. We need the swag. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer all the way from Wilmington, Delaware, please welcome Miss Angela Sheik. Angela, come on out. Now, as Angela gets set up, Angela is an electroacoustic musician who blends the soulful feminine vibe of Billie Holiday with the innovative spirit of Imogen Heap. Her music bridges the divide between a traditional singer-songwriter and an electronic innovator. Using her layered voice and arsenal of unique instruments like the Boss RC50 loop station, she breaks all expectations of what a solo performer can accomplish on stage while charming the audiences with her smile. Angela, will you smile for us, please? There it is. Right on cue. Among Angela's influences include Portishead, Regina Spektor, Radiohead, Hooverphonic, The Chemical Brothers, Massive Attack, Ingrid Michaelson, and of course Imogen Heap. So you doing okay? So the Roland & Boss products that Angela will be using tonight include the RC50 and the FS6. Judges, are we ready to continue? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our third performer from Wilmington, Delaware, Angela Sheik. Angela, take it away.
Whistle blow. Here she comes, the mighty train, the one that we all know. Feel the tremble of the tracks beat against your spine, 'cause she's coming, coming. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the rumbling? By name, he's calling for the holy and perhaps a few that ain't. I hope you got your ticket. I know that I got mine, 'cause it's coming, coming. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the rumbling, rumbling? Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the rumbling, rumbling? Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the rumbling? As the train approaches, you can hear the master call. He's calling for his children, Lord. You know he knows them all. His voice is like the thunder crashing through the station wall. He's coming, coming. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the rumbling, 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 rumbling. Lord, can't you feel the rumbling, 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 rumbling. Oh, he's in my view, he robbed a few, but don't you worry, my boy, I love you. Mother there, you ain't too busy. Let it go, girl, close him beside me now. Paul, I hear you hate my church. Now it's time for you to get to work. I say, Red, honey, think of your day. Can't you like you're precious to me? Baby, come and stand beside me. Even though you did deny me. Leave your burdens, feel my loving. Live your life like death's a coming. And comes a rumbling. Can't you feel that train? It's rumbling. Can't you feel that train? I hope you got your ticket, Lord. I know that I got mine, 'cause it's coming, rumbling. Can't you feel the train? It's coming, it's coming. Rumbling. Can't you feel the train? It's coming, it's coming. Coming. Can't you feel the train? It's coming, rumbling. Can't you feel the rumbling? Lord, can't you feel the train?
Angela Sheik, everybody. Come on over, Angela. Great job. Great job. Congratulations. I think they like you, Angela. And they're the judges. Good morning. So tell us about the use of the theremin. A very, very cool, a very unique way. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, I was just looking for something that I hadn't seen used with a looper before. And, you know, with loops for 4 minutes, you're always looking for new ways to keep it fresh. And you can twist little knobs on a filter pedal, but I thought it was just so cool to have a visual aspect to it. So that's what the theremin is, controlling the low-pass filter. So.
Very cool. Did you all get that? Okay, paying attention. So do you gig a lot, and then where can we find out more about you and learn more about your music?
Thank you. I do. I kind of a one-man, one-woman band right now. Can't keep a drummer or something. I don't know. But I have a website.
Any drummers in the audience?
Hey, okay. Come find me. AngelaChic.com pretty much shoots it to every other site. So. Yeah, cool. And I'm on there all the time.
You're on there all the time. Cool, cool. So let's get some comments from our judges. First, Mr. Paul Youngblood.
There we go. We have tone. Angela, You are soulful. Whoa. You got some Billie Holiday genes in you or something. I don't know. That was really spectacular. To go from the auto harp, I loved it, to the theremin, to your voice, using the looper, it was something else. Some of the things I really, really particularly enjoyed was your creation of percussion, using your hand on the mic, the flute. Very, very creative and very well done. Also, the use of the effects was quite dramatic with the filter, with the repeating vocals over and over again. I don't know what else to say, but well done, quite well done.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Steve.
Hi. That was spectacular. Wow. I mean, when you first walked out, I had no idea what kind of music you were going to play, and you just became fierce. It was just really a great. I don't want to say tune because it's much deeper than that, but wow, I don't even know what to say. It was so cool. Really, really great. I mean, you don't need a drummer, by the way. No offense to the drummers in the audience, but you got it all going on right there. Really.
Well, thanks, Steve. Bubby.
Yeah, they pretty much said everything I was going to say. So,
how about the dress?
Oh, yeah, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, wonderful. That was banging. That was like banging for real. And everything else I was going to say about the percussion stuff, he already said it. So that was dope. Here you go.
Thanks, Bubby. Michael.
As we see more and more of you guys come out and do this, it really underscores the incredible talent that exists in the United States that record companies and radio stations ignore. Am I right? I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and it used to be that you actually had to have talent to be in the record business. Now you just have to have, be blonde. But I'll tell you, it's really great. You sound great. Just as I said before to the first fellow, concentrate on your song now, because this is a great avenue to get you to where you want to be. And Roland has this wonderful product that's allowed you to get here. Now take that a step. Oh, I dropped my thing. I dropped my scoring paddle thing. Is that bad?
A little nervous, but it's okay,
a little
Michael.
nervous.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. Your voice is great. But concentrate on the song so that it takes you further, because you're right there. It sounds great.
Thank you, Michael. And finally, Jude Gold.
All right, so this question could go for almost any of the loopers. Don't lie to me. Do you or do you not wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, the loop's going wrong, I messed up a button? Ever? Maybe? No? Good answer. Because what I was going to say is, now they instruct us backstage to really mind the F-bombs, but they did. But you played the out of that loop pedal. Like, you just, like, it was so relaxed the way you handled it. Like, there's a certain element of stress to running these things. And of all the loopers I've seen, I think that you hid that stress, or it was non-existent apparently. Like, it was so organic the way you looped one part to the next. And then there was so much space in your song, too. So, yeah, I thought that was totally hitting.
Compliment.
That was hitting. I really liked it.
Jude, thank you very much. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, from Wilmington, Delaware, Angela Sheik. Give it up for Angela. Bubby, did you notice there were no shoes either? No shoes. Did you notice that? Barefoot. Unbelievable. Oh my, he says. Bubby says, oh my. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, our fourth contestant for tonight, all the way from Clearwater, Florida. Give it up for Danny Orion. Danny, come on out. So you might guess that Danny is a full-time musician. He's from the Florida's Tampa Bay area. He's been looping with Boss since 2005, and he's been dubbed the Celtic Looper. Always growing and changing, Danny is ever looking for the new blend of music. He couples many musical styles, including Celtic, bluegrass, folk with 70s rock, dance, and trance. With a dozen instruments under his command, his combinations are limitless. Danny's going to be using tonight from Roland & Boss many products, including the AW3, GE7 pedals, and of course the RC50 looper. Danny, are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock, baby.
Give it up from Clearwater, Florida, Mr. Danny Orion. Danny.
Thank you very much.
Danny Orion, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over, Danny. Danny, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
When you checked in at the airport with all these things, what did you tell them you were doing?
Well, I had to explain that my bagpipes weren't a pipe bomb. For
Right.
one thing. That was on my carry-on luggage, and so that was probably the worst of it, actually. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well, you did a great job. Now, this unusual mandolin that you played tonight, where did you get that instrument?
I made it myself. I took two existing instruments, a mandolin and a bouzouki, an Irish-style bouzouki, and I'd had them both for a number of years, and I wasn't doing anything with them, and I've been looping for a long time, and it was just horrible taking an instrument off, putting another one on, taking that off, putting another one on, and so I was like, I just need a double neck. And I couldn't afford one because there aren't really any out there, and so I just decided to build it.
Well, it's a great job.
Thanks.
Now, are you Irish?
Yeah, heavy Irish descent. Yeah.
None of us could tell with the last name and the... That's
the way
it
it is.
says that right there.
Yeah.
You're into the steampunk movement. Tell us about that.
I kind of found out that I was already doing a bunch of steampunky kind of stuff. And then somebody kind of showed me what it was, and I was all like, oh, yeah, I've been doing that already. That's kind of neat. But I love the whole thing about it, early 1900s, late 1800s, inventing, doing your own stuff, making up your own things, and I love the hats.
Bobby's going to comment about that in a little bit, but we do know you like that.
Rock on.
So, Paul, we're going to go ahead and start with you. Your comments for Danny.
Danny, a lot of energy.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Eclectic instruments. What can you say? I mean, how often do I get to see looping bagpipes? And you can't beat it. And your double neck. I mean, Jimmy Page might be jealous, So.
Dude. Yeah,
No, that was very interesting. So anyway, a lot of energy, good use of the instruments that you play, and very eclectic, like I said, and interesting. I don't know if the kind of music would lend itself to any kind of a breakdown or not, but if it did, maybe it would, loosen it up a little bit. But overall, well done. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul. Steve.
Wow, bagpipes. That's a hard instrument.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Very original. I mean, I really like the whole thing. I really don't know what to say. I mean, there's a bizarre sound. I mean, harmonically speaking, it would have been nice to change keys once, but at the same time, I think that's part of the whole atmosphere of that sort of music. It just stays in that one vibe. But really, I don't know how you guys do this stuff. It's really cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well done.
Thank you, Steve. You think if Rosanna had bagpipes in it instead, would it have been a hit, and why?
I was like 22 when I did that. And I'd probably be a lot more worldwide.
Yeah. Cool.
Just really quick, I play a lot of pubs and things like that, and I'm used to doing 15 to 20-minute sets. So there are a ton of breakdowns and key changes. I just couldn't fit it into the.
I understand.
The 5
I
minutes.
couldn't do that. Listen, I couldn't do that. Please.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Bubby.
That was really, really nice, man. First off, the song made me feel really good.
Yeah,
I like
right
that.
on.
A lot of bright colors. I like that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice swag. Gotta compliment for Chris. I'll do it. Nice, wonderful swag, man.
Thank
the
you.
hat is. Oh yeah, Monopoly.
It.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
No, but seriously though, man, it was really cool, man. It was a good feeling song. I like how you were, switching the stuff in and out like that. That's pretty dope, man.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Bubby.
Thank you.
Michael.
Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
You know, I've watched that Scorsese movie, Gangs of New York, a lot. I expected Leonardo DiCaprio to come out on stage any second. But, you know, have you seen Mumford & Son?
Oh, I haven't seen them live, but I love their music.
Well, I've seen him live, and the guy, you know, he's got a bass drum in front of me, and he's just dropping on the bass drum. And that whole incredible vibe, it's just great. And you started off with that. When you were muting the strings, it almost had the vibe of people, you know, stamping their feet or clapping or something.
Nice.
You got that kind of vibe out of it.
Nice.
It's great. That's the first time I've ever heard bagpipes in tune.
Oh, right on. Plastic reeds, man.
It was amazing.
They never go
amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, it's great. Great colors, great stuff.
Thank
Do
you.
you have any songs with this? Do you have any like lyrics or do you do that?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I'm at a pub or something, I mean, I'm doing 4 hours of music, and so yeah, I've got a lot of originals. I do a ton of Irish traditionals. I play anything from wakes to weddings to, you know, drunken pubs till 3 a.m.
Weddings would be happier. Just they'd be happier. Anyway, it sounds great, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And Jude.
Well, I really dug it. You know, I don't know if everyone out in GuitarTV land on the web watching this really felt it, but you were the first person tonight to really utilize the full power of the loop station, battle station, in terms of creating a wall of sound. And just building it up, layering. It was really hitting through the PA system here in the room. I think everyone was really feeling it.
Very
and
cool.
You really took advantage of that. And then on top of it, it was very hypnotic, the modal thing. Like sometimes a key change is not necessary, you know, because you just get this hypnotic thing happening. And then when you kicked in with the chant, that was were those actual words, or is that secret language, or?
It's secret language, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's cool.
It's a secret Irish language.
I had a feeling you were saying something, but really felt that out here too. It was really powerful, and the subwoofers in this room were feeling your music.
Brilliant,
too.
yeah,
really
that's
cool.
brilliant. Right on.
Thank you, Jude. Again, from Clearwater, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny Orion. Danny. Okay, we are ready for our next performer, who has already joined us on the stage from Greensboro, North Carolina. Mr. Nicholas Stot is here. Nicholas. So he's residing in, as we said, Greensboro, North Carolina, and Nicholas is a completely self-taught musician who has been writing and performing music for almost 15 years. Focusing mostly on composition, he has become proficient in multiple instruments, including guitar, drums, and keyboards. Nicholas also recently began building custom drums, which we're going to hear about in a little bit. And he currently plays in a number of local bands in North Carolina and is working on a solo recording career to be released next year. Some of the Roland and Boss products that Nicholas will be using tonight include the RC2, TU2, LS2, FDR1, and of course the VR700 V Combo, which is that keyboard up on the stage here. So judges, we are ready to go. You're doing okay? And as you can see, the wonders of live TV and live stage continue to captivate us all as we're staring at Nicholas, not making him nervous whatsoever. Luckily, he can't hear us at all. If you'd like to start chanting Nicholas very quietly, maybe that might work. Go ahead, Nicholas, Nicholas, Nicholas. I think it's working. Equally good. Bubby, while we're watching him, do you have any comments on his outfit before he begins? You'll think about it. He is wearing shoes, by the way, so that's good. Tuning up the guitar, an equally important thing. Mr. Soundman, are we making you nervous on stage?
I can't.
Don't normally see him.
All right. I think I can do this.
Nicholas, no pressure, just live TV. We are paying per minute for the airtime, so we've got a pretty big budget for tonight, but Paul, not that much, right?
Not that much. No, he needs to tune up faster.
We'll start subtracting out of the Nicholas. It's all good. You know, it's not like it's live or anything like that. So, are you good? Do you need a drink? You're using a Boss tuner, so that's good. It's going to be perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make him feel very, very welcome all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina, Mr. Nicholas Stot. Nicholas, take it away. Stot, everyone. Big round of applause for Nicholas. Come on over, Nicholas. Doing okay?
I've been better.
I think you did just fine. So you've been building your own custom drums. Tell us about that.
That's a snare that I built. It's a one-ply walnut. It's kind of a prototype for future stuff that I'm working on, and I've been building locally for about the last year, and that's what I want to do as my day job. So
cool. So you're going to be selling them pretty soon? Well, we can see Nicholas Stot's signature series snare drums everywhere.
NVS drums.
NVS drums.
Yeah.
Write that down. Paul, you writing that down?
I wrote it down.
Okay. Where can we learn a little bit more about you and about your music?
I'm on MySpace, and Nicholas, I think it's just Nicholas Stot instead of Victor Stot. And then Facebook, Nicholas Victor Stot, NVS Drums on Facebook. And
cool.
So that'd be the best way.
Cool, cool. Okay, let's get some comments from our judges. Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, Nicholas. I really liked the intro. I liked the tapping with the guitar. It's very nice. And then how you went into the organic capability of the drums and playing the acoustic drums. I also liked when you broke it down and then you went into a different tempo with the drums and came back. So that was all good. I wish you would have developed the groove or a little bit more, texturally or any way that you chose.
I cut out a whole section because I hit the wrong note by accident. because of the whole ride keyboard thing, I hit a bad note, and I had to just cut out a whole part and just keep going. So I did.
Fair enough. And so it could have been developed a little bit more if you hadn't done that. Excuse me. So, yeah, very good.
Thanks, Paul. Steve.
The snare drum sounded great.
Thanks.
I could see that you're a little nervous, and the time sort of got away from you a little bit there. I mean, and
well, yeah.
the pressure. And no offense or nothing, I'm a little stickler for time. Hey, I mean, it was good try, man. Well done.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Bubby.
What's up, man? I liked it, man. I understood what you were trying to do, and everybody in here is musicians pretty much, even an A over the E flat, that still made sense. You said it was a bad note, but it still makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no wrong note in music.
Right.
Under certain circumstances. But you did your thing, though, man. Don't be upset. You did your thing. You expressed what you was feeling,
Thanks.
Thanks, Bubby. Michael.
What's your primary instrument, drums or guitar?
I've been playing guitar twice as long as drums. I've been playing guitar for about 13 years.
Yeah.
About 15 years.
The thing that I noticed is that wasn't me. The intro that you had on the guitar, I thought you were going to play more guitar. You could tell from your technique on the guitar that that's where you kind of, what you have in you. Just as a thought, as you do this more, you might consider including more guitar, because it started great. I thought, oh gee, I really like that. It wasn't that I didn't like the other. Because of that one thing that you weren't able to trigger, you didn't get quite as much variation as you were hoping. But I'll tell you this, the snare, Steve said, the drums sounded great. It was the first thing I said. Acoustically, they sound great.
Thanks.
So, I think you got a lot of bright future.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. And finally, Jude.
First of all, Bubby, do you have perfect pitch or something? What's going on over there?
Yeah.
He doesn't like to brag and everything. Right on. Give it up for perfect pitch in the house.
Yeah, Bubby.
I'll brag for him. There's a great emotion in your piece. I really felt the emotion you're going for. Like, it's half electronica, half something else. And the guitar stuff at the beginning, I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to do some more of this, but it could have been more. I guess the only suggestion I would make is that you kind of seem to concede that right as you finished, you conceded that it wasn't exactly what you wanted. You kind of shook your head and everything. And I know that certain things didn't happen. But, yeah, there might be a ripple in the matrix or something today, I understand. But I love the emotion and everything, and the drumming too. I was kind of hoping you were going to loop some drums too, get some loop some of these organic drum tones, which sounded so great, and see what that was all about. But
thanks.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Cool, thanks, guys. Once again, from Greensboro, North Carolina, Nicholas Stott. Give it up for Nicholas. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Now we're going to need to get, so you guys are endorsing the snare drums, all 5 of you. Endorsement? All right, we got it. Paul, come on. Dude. V-drum, I understand, V-drums. Roland does happen to make a set of drums, don't we? Little V-drums there. Sample it for V-drums. We got it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our last performer for this evening, our 6th performer from Berkeley, California, is Mr. Nate Stein. And there he is. You can applaud for him. He's getting all set up. So Nate is a recent graduate from the Bandier program at Syracuse University and has been playing music all of his life. He has worked on many musical projects as well as films. Nate started recording music at an early age and can play many instruments, including guitar, drums, piano, and bass. He strives to use meditative lyrics combined with harmonious music to help fill people's lives with a more fulfilling and peaceful life. That's a very admirable thing. Nate, pretty cool. They think you're cool. Cool. Even though you're kneeling down there, getting all set up there. So some of the Roland & Boss products that Nate's going to be using tonight include the RC50 Looper, of course, and the A800 Pro keyboard. So Nate, while we get dialed in and kill some time, how about a big round of applause for our stage crew that's off and on the stage here, putting everything together. I'm not sure what you can see from GuitarTV.com online, but the stage crew is doing an amazing job completely transforming the stage every time. And I do want to say hello to my 10-year-old and 5-year-old watching at home. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Chase. Nice to see you. It's getting to be that time. So, yeah, it's almost that time. But and hi, Mom and Dad, and everyone else watching out there. So, Nate, are we ready to rock?
I think so.
You're comfortable?
That works.
That works. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Berkeley, California, give it up for our final performer tonight, Mr. Nate Stein. Nate, take it away.
You can't stop the train now. It's time to let it go. And you can't stop the rain cloud. It's time to let it grow. It's time to let it grow. It's always time to let it grow.
Nate Stein, everyone. Big round of applause for Nate. Come on over. Get yourself unhooked there.
Great job, Nate.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So we understand that you are a subject of a video documentary. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I'm the subject of a video documentary.
That's exactly right.
I guess my life has kind of been filmed from an early age, just like home videos and stuff.
So your mom and dad filming you?
Yes, and people and myself have been filming me lately, and now it's being put into a film.
Now, did it start at conception, or was it was it a little bit later, like you were two?
No. The idea didn't happen until like later in life, but it was like me, a little kid, playing drums and stuff,
Cool.
and then me now,
cool,
playing drums and stuff.
Well, we're going to look forward to watching that.
Cool.
Where can we find out a little bit more about you and your music?
You can go to natesteinmusic.com and hear all that.
Awesome. So, Paul, some comments for Nate.
Yeah, Nate, it's for you, it seems like it's about the song and the texture. So I salute you for that. One of the things I really enjoyed was the build, the dramatic effect of the texture building and building and building. So that was very nice. That at one point there was so much energy going on, though, that lost a little bit of definition, but I still enjoyed the build and then the release at the end. So nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. Okay, Steve.
I am really amazed by the whole one-man band thing. I mean, the way, but truly, truly cool. The one thing that I would have said is that sometimes when the time gets away on these things, it overlaps and mix towards the end because it was all in the same frequency range. Sort of started building. We lost your vocal a little bit, which is cool because I really kind of dug the U2-ish kind of vibe that you were doing. That was like kind of, and we love you too, and we love you, Nate. God bless you, man.
Thanks, Steve. Bubby.
What's going on, man? I gotta say, man, it was pretty cool. I liked the story you were trying to tell from a musical standpoint. I like what he was saying, how you were really focusing on the song more so. It's pretty nice, man. Nice little joint right there, too. That's more swag.
There you go.
Cool, Bubby. And Michael.
Good job, good job. As Steve was saying, the thing that both he and I would listen to a lot since we've been in the studio for so many years is definition and clarity. And when you are using things like this, that's a hard thing to kind of have a handle on. So as you add more things, just be careful that more sometimes is less.
For sure.
And you can get a bigger sound, but the build was great. But if you had a little bit less in the build, you might hear more of what was making the build, if that makes sense. But it was real good. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And finally, Jude. You get the last word of the night, Jude.
The last word. Well, I think that we all got to give, first of all, everyone a round of applause for all the contestants tonight, man. You guys are so creative. You guys are really on the forefront of new stuff, using these things so artistically. I'm from Berkeley too, man. Originally, that's great. Like,
well, I'm actually from Newton, Massachusetts originally, but I live in Berkeley now.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Pete's on Solano or Pete's like Claremont? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, cool.
he doesn't drink coffee. I loved how you showed the power of two notes, like on the piano, 2 notes with the echo, and then you did that kind of edge thing, guitar thing, 2 notes, making them kind of take off into the divine, which was wonderful. The divine is what we always want in music, right?
For sure, yeah.
We're going for it, and I think you're really going for it. You might have. You looked over at me right when at the moment when I think I had my ears plugged.
Yeah,
and
the distortion was a little loud at the levels there.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like when it's a risky business when you're stacking that many parts through a giant PA system, and someone like me is trying to save what hearing I got left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah.
It wasn't a personal statement or anything. I really love what you're going for. My only suggestion maybe work on those transitions sometimes. Like it seemed like they were a little bit jerky sometimes when you switch to a new dynamic or turn the knob down on that looper. But I love the emotion that you're going for. It's really cool.
Thanks, Jude. Again, from Berkeley, California, Mr. Nate Stein. Big round of applause for Nate. There you go. And again, as Jude said, a big round of applause for all 6 of our contestants tonight. They did a great job. Great job, you guys. So the judges have a very formidable task of deciding which one of these 6 contestants was the best tonight and which one of them will be representing the United States at the International Boss Loop Station Contest. So we'd like to ask the judges to exit now. We're going to take a short 20-minute intermission, and then we're going to come back for a very special performance tonight by our very special guests. The Iron Maidens will be here. And then the awards presentation will be right after that. So please come back in about 20 minutes for the Iron Maidens. Thanks you guys very much.
Trouble one.